Hi, it's Ash again. I hope you're all having a good week. I thought I'd do kind of a rambly talking video and talk through and show you what I've been up to recently, because surprisingly I've actually made a lot of art, or been working on a lot of art I should say. I finished some as well, but I've been dipping into lots of different things, and it's been really nice. I've been working basically every single day on something. And it's been a really nice time. We're starting in my hobonichi and in my journal, because that kind of started the inspiration that got me started on this kind of flow state of making art. I don't know if anyone's seen or if everyone that watches is like a hobonichi person, but they release all of their new stuff for the next year in September. So all the new journals and then all the new accessories. Last year I was really obsessed with, they do like artist collabs, and I was really obsessed with, I think it's Yumi Kitagishi, I think is her name. I was really obsessed with her collab. I think I actually put it in like the first page of this journal. Yeah, I did. The little gifts cover, it's so cute, it's really nice, it's exactly my kind of style. This is my first year in a hobonichi actually, and I've been obsessed with it. This year she did another collab with them, and the cover is even better than last year. Like, it's so cute. It's like I think they call it the letters, like little letters or something. I don't know what the name is, but it's the idea of like bundling like your journal or the ephemera that comes with it. So like it has a letter in the front, and then a pen, a stamp, I think it has like a tea bag, and then it's all tied with a ribbon, and then on the inside it also has like a key tucked in. I'll like put pictures on the screen, but it's so cute and it's so nice. I'm going to talk about like plans at the end of this video, because I know not everyone's interested in it, but I'm going to talk about it anyway. But essentially that design for that cover got me really inspired, and I was thinking about I've been thinking about my portfolio a lot recently, and I want to make new art for it, but it inspired me to work on like a new concept for my website. So I thought about the idea of I've been wanting to personalize my portfolio more and have like more personality to it, and I thought about the idea of my portfolio being that sort of cover journal, so you can open it and then flick through the pages of art. So I came up with this concept and I tested it. I'll show you screenshots on screen of the different variations, but I tested it a few different ways, and then I thought about having these sort of tabs that you have at the side of your journal as like the menu, maybe have the logo as that kind of top left as like a bookmark, so that you can always click and then it will take you to the home page, and then this kind of ribbon down the bottom I was going to have as like the links page. And I played with it for a while. This was so nice because I got so inspired that I started working on it basically immediately, and then I just never lost that motivation. I never got halfway through and got bored, which is what tends to happen. I tend to lose steam halfway through something. But I actually played around with this for ages, and it was really, really nice. And I went into Wix, which is what I use for my website, and I played around with it a bit, put the menu in and all of the links, and I tried putting the portfolio, my current images in there, and I still really like the concept of it, but for a portfolio it doesn't really work, at least not in the way that I was thinking, because it just kind of distracts from the actual work too much. In a portfolio you want your work to be the main thing you're looking at, and it's a good idea to add personality to your website, but this as a concept was just too much, which is fine. I still had a lot of fun playing around with it, and it got me into it kind of got the ball rolling on a week of just making art solidly, so I'm really happy with that. And it definitely made me want to make more stuff to go in my portfolio, like these kind of 2D elements, because I did play around with putting it on the page but still having my logo and my menu as they currently are, as like standalone, which looked a lot better and a lot less overwhelming. So I think I'm gonna play around with like some 2D elements and drawn stuff to add to my portfolio as well, kind of like this but not quite this. But yeah, this was a lot of fun. After doing that, I spent like, I don't know, like 2 days playing around with that, which was really fun. I started messing around in my digital sketchbook, and I already had some like character stuff that I was playing with, because I've been wanting to redesign one of my characters. I have these 2 characters of mine called Finn and Margot, and I've illustrated them before. Margot, her design came out perfect like the first time. I'm like, she looks exactly how I wanted her to look. Perfect, fine, no issues. Finn, in that illustration, I was working on the illustration for so long that I kind of just had to call it quits and say, okay, it's done now and I need to move on. But Finn's design, I just didn't like it. It didn't feel right, and I feel like I need to go through a couple iterations before I'm happy with it. So I started off the back of that other project. I was like, okay, I need to draw something. I'm in the mood, let's just keep the ball rolling. So I started drawing Finn a few times over and over until I got to kind of something I'm happy with. I'm still not sure. I'm like playing around. It's mainly the face and the hair. Like there's something, the nose shape I'm happy with. I think it's just the eyes, and also the like their coloring I don't know. I'm still like, I played around with this kind of bluish white. Like their hair is white, but what kind of shade of white is kind of the question. Like this, before I had it as like a really light platinum blonde, and I wasn't happy with that. And then I started playing around with this kind of blue tinted white, and then kind of like, this is ever so slightly green tinted. I don't know. I'm still playing around with their design, but I'm definitely closer to something I'm happy with than before, which is great. I have like not a full story in my head for these 2, but somewhat of a narrative and like scenes in my head involving them 2 and their story and the world that they live in. It's all in my head and I never draw it out, and I think that's a shame. So now I'm actually starting to draw it out after playing around with Finn's design a bit. I was like, okay, I'm drawing more of these 2, and then I spent like 3 days drawing them kiss, so that's fine. That's fine, but it was very fun. I'm still working on it. I don't think I've drawn people kiss before. I think I've drawn people kiss like maybe once or twice before, and it's deceptively hard just to get like the angle of it right, to make it look convincing, like they're actually touching, but without, it either looks like they're not touching at all, or like they're eating each other's face, and trying to get somewhat in between is really actually quite difficult. And then also like the expressions, this is supposed to be like just before the kiss, so trying to get like a subtlety of expression. Tried to challenge myself. Again, Margot, her design is just so easy, it comes so naturally to me. I just like her character a lot, but Finn, not so much. This is better. I like this. Anyway, so this spread is something that I'm working on, and I've been having a lot of fun with, especially because I found a new, where is it? I was also playing around with like warm-up poses because I found a new pen in Procreate that I really like for doing like base sketching. Which one is it? I have like a little subfolder in my brush library where I keep all my favorites that I go to again and again. I think it's in the inking section, and it's called Inker, and it's really nice because you get this like, depending on how much pressure you apply, it's really nice and sensitive, but you get like these really chunky brush strokes, which for doing like the basic form is really nice. Like, I'm really happy with these. And then the kiss pose that I did with Finn and Margot, I sketched out, which is this one. It's just very gestural feeling, which I really struggle with my sketches. I'm very prone to over sketching and doing lots and lots of small lines rather than one large gestural line. But this pen seems to encourage me to do larger gestural lines, which I really like. I think because it's so messy feeling and so chunky, you kind of have to. So that's what I've been playing around with. It's now, technically today is October 1st, so I've been planning and getting ideas ready for Peachtober. If you don't know, Peachtober is a monthly drawing challenge. It's very much inspired by Inktober. I think if you're an artist or if you follow artists online, you're probably aware that most, I guess like the larger influencers, some of them have their own drawing challenges for October. And the one that I really like is Peachtober, which is, her username is Very Little Peach. She's on Instagram, YouTube, probably other things as well, but that's mainly where I follow her. I've been following her drawing challenge for a couple of years now, and I've really liked watching her YouTube videos about it. And I've tried a few October drawing challenges in the past, but like I said, my motivation is too waning. It comes and it goes, so it never seems to work out. But I'm gonna give it another go this year. We'll see what I manage to do. But my plan, I was playing around with it last night because I was kind of trying to plan the first day before it happens of what I'm gonna do. I want all of the drawings that I end up doing to be consistent so that I can kind of show them together at the end of the month and have them kind of be cohesive. So I was kind of playing around with different styles and what I wanted to do. The prompt for day one is Daisy. And I thought at first, I was like, maybe I'll do like imitation Riso. Because I really am interested in doing Riso prints. I think at some point I will. I'm very intimidated by them. Because they're, I don't want to say like entirely complex. Like technically the idea is quite simple, but when you get down to it, it gets more and more complex, especially if you involve more than 2 colors. As soon as it gets more than 2 colors, it gets increasingly complex with the amount of colors you can make. So I set up this file and I tried out the different layers, and it was fun, but I think it's too complex. It's just too much to think about when I'm already not sure if I'm going to complete the whole month, so it's just a little much. And then I remembered that I've been wanting to do tattoo flash designs for ages. I've been wanting to try making flash designs. I have an interest in like maybe tattooing one day and learning how to tattoo. Maybe I'll do an apprenticeship. So I thought for Peachtober I would do flash designs every day. The good thing about that is that I'm going to stick to black and white, so it's fairly simple. Tattoo designs need to be fairly uncomplicated so that they read well and age well on the skin. So that means hopefully I'll be able to do one a day pretty easily. And I started like drawing out an idea for day one yesterday, and I kind of, this isn't done yet, but it's almost there. So I'm happy, I'm content that I should be able to do one a day. And then even, this is kind of, it's not quite finished, but it's nearly finished. And then I was playing around with what it would look like on an actual person, like on skin. It looks so cute. I'm genuinely really excited by this. And then hopefully by the end of the month, I'll have kind of the start of a tattoo portfolio, or at least something. 30 designs, at least the beginning. Even if they're not amazing, or if there's faults or flaws or whatever, hopefully I will have gotten better by the end. Also, the good thing about tattoo designs is that they're so line work focused, and I really do want to improve my line work. And also black and white values, it's kind of like the fundamentals of all art, so I think it's a good practice. I think that's everything that I've been working on in the past like week, I think, which actually surprisingly it's quite a lot. Wait, I need more coffee. Also, I've been thinking about where I'm sharing my art online, because I don't know about anyone else, but I'm finding image sharing, I don't really know where to share still images. Kind of my go-to has always been Instagram, but Instagram kind of feels a bit dead at the minute. Like I I don't know about anyone else, but it just doesn't seem like you can grow your account on Instagram anymore. It's just kind of the people that follow you might see your work and that's it, which is fine, I guess, but when you're trying to grow as an artist, it's kind of discouraging. And then I was thinking about the other places that I look at still images online, and that's pretty much just Pinterest and Tumblr, and that's it. Pinterest is basically my favorite image social media of all time. I love it, I'm obsessed, but I don't think it's great for, I don't know, sharing original work and images and art. I don't know if you can really grow that way, because I think people on Pinterest tend to share stuff that they like onto their boards. They pin them to their boards, but then they don't really look further, unless it's like a piece of clothing or something you're going to buy. People don't really tend to click the link on a pin, so it's, I guess it's good, but not really for if you want to like grow your account. No one follows each other on Pinterest, that's not really a thing. And then Tumblr is good, but I don't know, I mainly am on there for like fandom reasons, and that's it. Again, it doesn't really feel art focused. The only other place I can think of is like my newsletter on Substack, or maybe having like a blog section of my website. But again, that just adds something else. That's just another thing to think about. And I'm already so overwhelmed by social media in general. It's just like another thing to feel overwhelmed by. I'm not sure. I think I'm gonna stick with Instagram for now, but I'm just kind of like, ugh. The state of image sharing online is kind of gross at the minute. I think most social media is gearing towards video at the minute because of the popularity of TikTok. Don't get me wrong, I love video making, but as at the core of what I do, I make still images. So I want somewhere to share them, but I don't know where that is. Okay, ramble over, at least about social media. And this is the art section over, I guess. Now I'm just going to talk about planners for the next however long. So this has been my planner for this year. It's a Hobonichi Day 3 in A5. It's been my first Hobonichi after journaling for like the past, consistently I guess, for the past 5 years-ish. This was my first Hobonichi, and yeah, I love it. I got a Day 3 instead of a cousin because I didn't know if a set page per day would be too much pressure, because I don't always journal every single day. So I got a Day 3 instead, and I said if I manage to use it consistently, then next year I'll get a cousin. And surprise, surprise, I actually managed to use it consistently. So I think for this year, I'm gonna get a cousin. I'm gonna bite the bullet. I'm gonna get a cousin, and I'm really excited about it. For September release Hobonichis, each book starts in December, so I think I'll get my book the end of November, I think is my plan. At least because I mainly want to I'm going to finish out the year in this one, because I still actually surprisingly have a lot of pages left. I think the Day 3 goes up to 170 pages? Yeah, 170 pages. Currently I'm on page 100, so I actually have quite a lot of pages left. I've been being a bit conservative with my writing, and with how much I stick in, because I thought I was going to run out of pages, but I think I'm actually going to have some left over. But it's certainly chonked up since I began, which is kind of satisfying, I can't lie. So my plan is to get a cousin, and then I didn't like the cousin last year, A, because of the pages thing and the day per page, but also the weekly spreads. I wasn't sure if I would like them or how I would use them. I'm still not sold, I don't know. I think likely I'll end up using it as a, here's what I ended up doing with my day, rather than planning, which I think will be interesting, because I used to do that when I was in Filofax. I used to have like a schedule of the day, but it was what I did with my hours rather than what I want to do with my hours. That really helped with like being able to look back at the week and see how I did motivation wise, energy wise, productivity wise. So that's my plan, I think. We'll see. I'm still umming and ahhing on whether to get the Yumi Kitagishi, I hope that's her name, whether to get that cover or not, because it's so gorgeous, but it is another like 40 quid on top of like a 50 quid planner. It's a lot of money. I'm kind of trying to save at the minute, so that's not a good idea. I don't think so. Maybe I'll ask for Christmas. I don't know. Possibly. I also kind of just like decorating my cover myself. There's something fun about it. Which I still actually have so much room on here for stickers, so I may add some more stickers before the end of the year. Okay, I think that is everything I wanted to ramble about for this video. I have no idea how long it is. I still have other footage that I'm gonna slam in at the end, maybe, I'm not sure. But I hope you enjoyed it, and my amounts of rambling. I hope I didn't say too many times. And I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.